Day 736 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again. Another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 1914, cyclically rotating a grid. The difficulty level is medium, but don't worry because you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as possible. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. You are given an m by n integer matrix grid where m and n are both even integers and an integer k. The matrix is composed of several layers, which is shown in the image below, where each color is its own layer. A cyclical rotation of the matrix is done by cyclically rotating each layer in the matrix. To cyclically rotate a layer once, each element in the layer will take the place of the adjacent element in the counterclockwise direction. An example rotation is shown below. Return the matrix after applying k cyclic rotations to it. All right, y'all, so that may seem a little bit confusing at first, so let's go ahead and take a look at these examples just to make sure that we are doing this problem correctly. So in example 1, we have our input grid equals a 2D array of integers or m by n grid with the first row being 40, 10, and the next array being 30, 20. So this right here is the top row, this is the bottom row, k equals 1. After one rotation, right, since k equals 1, that means we need to rotate this one time cyclically counterclockwise. So boom, this is what it looks like after the rotation. This is the output. So now the top row, the output is a 2D array of integers. Sorry, y'all. First array being 10 and 20, second array being 40, 30. But as you can see, this is the top row, this is the new top row, and this is the new bottom row. So we just moved counterclockwise. You see this 40 came down here, 30 came over here, 20 up here, 10 here, and that's what this is right here. Boom. But just in case that didn't make sense, let's take a look at example 2 where we have two different layers to go from and two rotations. So in example 2, our input grid equals a 2D array of integers or m by n grid with the first array being 1, 2, 3, 4, next array 5, 6, 7, 8, next array 9, 10, 11, 12, and last array 13, 14, 15, and 16, k equals 2. The output is also a 2D array of integers or m by n grid, first array being 3, 4, 8, 12, next array being 2, 11, 10, 16, the next array being 1, 7, 6, 15, and the last array being 5, 9, 13, and 14. So once again, each one of these arrays represents a different row. So this is the top row after rotation. This is or after two rotations. This is the middle row after two rotations. This is this row after two rotations, and this is the bottom row after two rotations. So let's look at the rotations though themselves, right? So this is what we start with, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. After one rotation clockwise, the blue part or the blue layer goes counterclockwise. Everything goes to the left like this, and the yellow layer, same thing. Everything goes to the left like this, or sorry, y'all. Yeah, everything's going to the left, and this as well. Boom. And then, but we're not done yet because we need to do one more rotation. So the yellow layer, once again, everything goes to the left. Blue layer, once again, everything goes to the left. And that's what we are trying to accomplish, y'all. So now that we understand the question, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. The solution is not that difficult at all. Now, first thing we want to do is we want to get the number of rows. So we'll come right here and we'll say let m equal grid dot count. Boom. Then we want to get the number of columns. So we're going to say let n equal grid square bracket 0, come outside that square bracket, dot count. Boom. Now we need the total number of layers in the matrix. So we're going to say let layers count equal min, open up the parentheses, m comma n, come outside of that and divide that by 2 for 2 layers. Then we're going to create a mutable copy of the grid. So we're going to declare a variable called grid and set that equal to grid. Then we're going to process one layer at a time. So we'll come underneath this and we are going to say for layer in layer count, we're going to open up the brackets and we're going to get the boundaries of the current layer by saying let top equal layer. We're going to say let left equal layer, let bottom equal m minus 1 minus layer. Then we're going to say let right equal n minus 1 minus layer. Boom. Then we're going to store all the values from the current layer in traversal order. So we'll come underneath this, declare a variable called vals, colon, it's an array of integers, come outside of that and initialize it with a blank array. Boom. Now we need to extract the layer value. So the top row is going to exclude the last corner to avoid duplication. So we're going to say for C and left dot dot less than right. We're going to open up the brackets and we're going to say vals dot append, open up the parentheses, grid, square bracket top, square bracket C. Boom. Then we're going to get the right column. So for that, we're going to say, we're going to come underneath this and we're going to say, and this also excludes the last corner to avoid duplication. We're going to say for R in top dot dot left or less than bottom. We're going to open up the brackets and we'll say vals dot append, open up the parentheses, grid, square bracket R, come outside of that, square bracket right. Boom. Now we're going to do the bottom row only if there's more than one column. So we're going to come underneath this and we're going to say for left is less than right, or excuse me, not for, if left is less than right, we're going to open up the bracket and we're going to say for C and stride, open up the parentheses from, colon right, comma 2, colon left, comma by, colon -1. Come outside of that, open up the brackets, we're going to say vals dot append, open up the parentheses, grid, square bracket bottom, square bracket C. Now we're going to get the left column only if there's more than one row. So we come underneath this and we say if top is less than bottom, we'll open up the bracket and we'll say for R in stride, open up the parentheses from, colon, bottom, comma 2, colon, top, comma by, colon -1. Come outside of this, open up the brackets, we're going to say vals dot append, open up the parentheses, grid, square bracket R, square bracket left. Boom. Now we're going to rotate the extracted value. So we'll come underneath this if, and we're going to say let shift equal K mod vals dot count. Boom. Then we're going to rotate left by shift by coming underneath this. And we're going to say let rotated equal an array, open up the parentheses, vals, square bracket, shift, dot, dot, dot. Sorry, y'all, this should be square bracket. Square bracket shift, dot, dot, dot. Come outside of that, plus an array, open up the parentheses, vowels, square bracket, dot, dot, less than shift. Boom, come underneath this, because we need to get the pointer used while writing rotated values back. So we're going to declare a variable called idx, set that equal to 0. And then we're going to place rotated values back into the grid. So first we're going to do the top row. We're going to say for C in left, less, dot, dot, less than right. Open up the brackets. We're going to say grid, square bracket top, square bracket C equals rotated, square bracket IDX. Come underneath that, and we're going to increment IDX by 1. So IDX plus equals 1. Then we're going to do the right column. So we're going to say for R in top, dot, dot, less than bottom. We're going to open up the brackets, and we're going to say grid, square bracket R. Excuse me, y'all. Square bracket right. Set that equal to rotated, square bracket IDX. Boom, come back underneath this. We're going to increment IDX. So IDX plus equals 1. Then we're going to do the bottom row. So we're going to say if left is less than right, open up the brackets. For C in stride, open up the parentheses, from, colon, right, comma, 2, colon, left, comma, by, colon, -1. Come outside of that. Open up the brackets. We're going to say grid, square bracket, bottom, square bracket C equals rotated, square bracket IDX. Come underneath it, and we're going to increment IDX. So IDX plus equals 1. Boom. Then we're going to do the left column. So we're going to come right here, and we're going to say if top is less than bottom, we're going to open up the brackets. We're going to say for R in stride, open up the parentheses, from, colon, bottom, comma, 2, colon, top, comma, by, colon, -1. Open up the brackets. We're going to say grid, square bracket R, square bracket left, equals rotated, square bracket IDX. Come outside of that, we're going to say IDX plus equals 1. Then we're going to return a fully rotated grid by coming all the way down here, and we could say return grid. Y'all, boom, that should be all she wrote. Let's give it a run. Make sure it runs properly before we submit it, and we got an error already. So let's see. Equal white space, y'all. Let's run it again. See if that does the trick. Cannot find layer count. Oh, let's get rid of this S. Run it again. Okay, now let's see what's really going on. For loop required sequence. Now let's see. Oh, sorry, y'all. This should be and 0 dot dot less than layer count, not just for layer and layer count. So now let's run that again. See if that, now we can't find grid. Oh, gird. Let's fix that. Let's run it again. It's accepted, so let's go ahead and submit it, y'all. Make sure it's still accepted after we submit it. And look at that, y'all. 70 milliseconds beats 100% of users. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'd like to see, y'all. So before we go, make sure you get one more look at the code. This is the top part. This is the middle part. This is the middle of the middle. This is the bottom of the middle. And this is the bottom of the code, y'all. And yeah, with that being said, I hope y'all learned something today. And I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.